It's fun breeding you. Here we are.
My name is Emmanuel Smith. I'm 29 years old and I'm from South London, Lewisham. I'm a part-time motivational speaker. We go to communities that, are disadvantaged, and we go and speak to them and inspire them and that, listen, whatever it is that you want to achieve, you can do it. No dream is above you, so long as you believe in yourselves. Growing up in Africa wasn't easy. All that kind of poverty and so many things. My mom came to this country when I was 8 years old to create a better life for me to come and join her later on.
As a single mother, it wasn't easy leaving him, but then I had to think about his future, which is what brought me here.
I came to join her finally when I was 13, and we faced our challenges.
This is what we came here for. We came here for love.
And I know you have a bright future. You have far to go.
Oh, thank you.
We are hoping for the best.
Yeah, man, honestly,
We're cheering up for you.
My mom, she's a strong woman, and I'm here because of her.
You happy? Should we get you out?
Yeah. When I walk out on that stage, I'm gonna give everything that I have, like my life totally depended on it.
And I want you to reach
See, I heard was a secret chord that David played and pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? See, it goes like this: the fall, the fear, the minor fall, and the major lift, the barefoot king composed it, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Ooh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. See, it's not a cry you hear at night. It's not someone who see the light. It's called, and I'm broken.
What's your name?
My name is Emmanuel Smith.
Wow. Where are you from, Emmanuel?
I'm originally from Ghana, and I live in Lewisham.
What made you want to come on this show this year? Where were you at last year?
Honestly, I've been through a lot. About just 15 years ago, my mom and my sister used to sleep on the same bed in one small room. So for me to even come here and get the opportunity to sing before you guys and to get all these chair turns,
Look, we come from the same place. We were growing up in the projects, in the ghetto. There was like 6 of us slept on the floor. And then when I finally got a chance to move my mom to a big old house, for the first 2 years, we slept on the floor together. Because we're so used to being around and up under each other that, that bond that you have with your family, that's how you're able to get up.
Yeah.
That's how you're able to to get knocked down on the floor and get back up. And I use the metaphor of not being able to smell the roses because I'm clogged. what you are for me is antihistamine, bro. Like, you open up my nasal passages. I can smell now. Hallelujah.
That is my absolute favorite song. My absolute favorite song to sing. It was so beautiful. You sang the clouds out of heaven with that song. You know that? That is what made me press my button. And I've also been in your position, you know, being in a contest like this, and I will hope to be able to help you do the same through my experience. Thank you.
But it's time for you to decide who you want to be your coach.
Oh, Lord.
Go ahead.
All right, I'll make my decision.
Okay, and we are back from that. And look, I'm going to admit today, usually I will never admit that I'm blown away like that. Even
Or
if I am,
starstruck.
or starstruck.
Okay.
Even if I am, I will hide it. But today I can't. So, and I don't even know how to begin to. Okay, by the way, this is Healthy Tables, okay? And we have somebody here. You see that person you saw in the video, the guy with the incredible voice that you just heard? Yeah, he's here. He's right here. And I'm not even going to mention his name. I want you to introduce yourself to us.
So yeah, my name is Emmanuel Smith, and as people saw in that video, that's just me using the gift that God has given to me on such a platform. Yeah.
Oh my God! I can't believe who's here. Is it you?
Yes, it's definitely you.
I can't believe this.
Yeah, I'm such a huge fan of Jennifer Hudson. I love her so much. So for her to, you were saying that you liked her, for you to perform a song that she liked so much, and she's the one who turned that.
That's the thing. You know, she has an incredible voice.
She does.
So for me, when they told me that that's her favorite song, that just made me even more nervous, because I'm like, I have to deliver this. But one of the things that, you know, I think when we were talking earlier, you said that no one had heard a rendition of that song in that way.
In that way.
So, you know, that's what made it very unique, and I wanted to bring me to the song, you know. So when the video started going viral, like the show that the next day I was in America, and I was getting calls from The Voice themselves. They were like, this video is literally #1 trending in the whole world.
Oh my
That's how they'd never seen that before.
It has about 3 million views on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
He's Ghanaian.
Yes. I'm a Tama boy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
See, you said that yourself. Yeah, so you should understand why I'm awestruck and starstruck and all of. I can't even talk. Be you take over.
We are live and active on Facebook at HSTV. So if you are living home and you think you're going to miss this, no, don't worry. You can just still watch us on your tablet, on your phones, or whatever that you have in your hands. Just watch it. We're active on Facebook at HSTV. And like Nelly rightfully said, we're joined in the studio by Emmanuel Smith, all the way, a Ghanaian living all the way in London. I mean, being able to go on that stage. See, this thing took me back to when Reggie and Bolly joined.
X Factor.
You know, so when I saw him, I'm like, okay, we have another one on there. And I feel it makes you feel good, like, you know, any Ghanaian that actually goes on there, comes back with something like big. And it feels good.
It feels really good.
And I think one of the things I loved was that Reggie and Bolly, you know, really actually supported me. Like when my audition came out, Reggie was posting it, he called me, advised me and everything. And that's what I love, the fact that he reached out to me, we spoke, and he advised me on what to do as I was on the show and everything. So yeah, Ghanaians are, you know.
I think there's another thing I have to say about him. Maybe he doesn't know, but I'm going to say it. If somebody wants to help you and they don't give the person good feedback or good intention, the person will just pull back. So I made a comment under his post on Facebook some time ago, and he actually replied, and I'm like, wait, did he just do that? You don't get that. You don't get it like that. He just replied me. And I heard you sing, and I'm like, no, man, we have to get him. And I'm really happy you are here this morning. I can't lie. I'm like, I love the song you did with the Neil as well.
Yes, Excess Love, yeah.
And I'm like, why gospel?
For me, that's how I was raised. I was raised as a Pentecost child. So gospel has been something that's been in my family for a long time. But I realized that the more I grew up, I realized that, the gospel is not just mentioning Jesus, but the gospel is also talking about life situations, what you've been through in life and so many things to encourage people. So that's what I want to use my gifts, to do and all of that kind of stuff.
I want to go watch another performance of yours when you won the competition. But before that, I want to just answer this quick for me.
Yeah.
We had Will.I.Am also saying that you actually experienced exactly what you experienced with your mother, sleeping same place, Do you think that particular statement also helped in the competition? Do you think it also gave you an upper hand?
The thing is, with these shows, they kind of want a story, a crime story. But for me, I said it because he was a guy that I was going for in the first place. Like before I knew that I was on the show, and I knew that we had a similar background. And for me, my whole life is to inspire people. So it wasn't for people to feel sorry for me, but it's for people to see where I've come from and the stage that I was on. So no matter what your background is, I was born and raised in Tema. But yet look at where I am now, so anything can happen for anyone.
Great, I like that. Now, so you're going to come back. Let's take a look at another performance from Emmanuel Smith when he was on the stage at The Voice UK. Take a look at this, we'll be back.
Keep on falling.
And out of love with you. Sometimes I love you, sometimes you make me blue.
Sometimes I feel good, at times I feel you.
Loving you, darling,
makes me so confused.
I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never loved someone way that I love you.
I never felt this way.
How do you give me so much pleasure?
Cause me so much pain.
Hey, just when I think I've taken more than what a fool.
Oh, I start falling back in love with you.
I understood loneliness before I knew what it was. Saw the pills on your table for your unrequited love. And I will be nothing without you holding me up. Now I'm strong enough for the both of us. Both of us, both of us, both of us. I am a giant. Stand upon my shoulders. Tell me what you see. I am a giant. Listen, don't hide your emotions. You can throw down your gun and
from there.
Yeah.
So we all come back. We are just here, been laughing and talking and having fun, even off screen. That performance right there, fire. And he rubbed in tree.
Yeah.
Good one. And Will.I.Am, was he doing a live video?
Yeah, he was doing a live video. You know, one of the things is that Will.I.Am, when it gets to the live shows, you know, he can, because he wants people to vote for his contestants. So for me to, you know, watch him on TV from a young age, on YouTube and all of that, now to be in a place where I'm on his team and I'm on his live, I mean, that was like, wow.
So how's the connection like now after the show? Are you guys still talking?
So after the show, by God's grace, me and Will.I.Am went to the studio, recorded a song. So hopefully it's coming out sometime this week. Yeah. So that's an exclusive for you guys. Yeah. So
this is exclusive.
Yeah. So
first of all,
so after one of my performances, after the knockout round, we went to the studio, recorded a song. So that hopefully should be coming out this year. We've been in touch ever since. And obviously, after the show, I also had a record-breaking concert at the Indigo O2, where usually Shatta Wale's, the Sarkodis and Wizkids have the concert. But I said, as a gospel artist, I want to take that venue. Took that and sold it out that night.
You did O2?
Yeah, I did the O2.
Gospel?
Yeah.
And it's still
sold out, yeah.
Listen.
Okay.
Look, I always have to say this. I have to say this all the time. Anytime there's someone here and the person oozes humility, I talk about it. And I talk about the fact that those who ooze that kind of spirit, I usually am able to tell. Call me psychic.
You have a special
discernment,
yes. Please, I have it, please. And you should feel the energy around here. I wish people were here to actually feel this, but he is a very genuine person. You can tell by the way he talks, the way he... I'm let's leave it at that. But it really does something for your voice, your career, whatever gifts that you have.
Yeah.
It does a lot, so you stay humble.
Thank you. I mean, it's very important for me because one of the things my mom has taught me is that, you know, we know the saying that the people you meet growing up are the same people you meet coming down. So make sure you treat everyone, you know, with respect and, you know, all of that. So that's one of the key things I work with,
Are you a mommy's boy? You talk about
listen, I'm a mommy's boy because obviously she raised me by herself, and I've seen the sacrifices that my mom has had to go through. You know, I remember in 2017, I sat down with her and I said, please, I want to do music full time. And she allowed me to do it. You know, no many African parents, they'll say, go and find a good job to do. But she gave me the freedom, and now look at what's happening. So I really treasure her,
Do you think if we were still living in Ghana, your career would have gotten to this stage?
Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think so. I believe that things happen for a reason, and our steps are definitely pre-planned by God. But it's just us to be able to believe in ourselves enough to go for it.
Maybe here in Ghana, people might not have watched you on the stage a lot. So I don't want to ask you live after the show here in Ghana, or actually live after the show back in the UK.
Life after the show back in the UK, like I said, I had this sold out concert. I'm also an ambassador for a big rugby club in the UK. Even in Ghana, I came in December. I was on Joe Meto's Christmas with Joe Meto, MOG. I went to the Makers Church. Like, I've been to places and interviews and stuff. And right now I've done, you know, since I came here for 2 weeks, recorded 4 songs and 2 videos, which are going to be very amazing. So I can't wait for Ghana to experience my gift.
And also, I mean, the stardom, how are you taking it?
You know, in the UK it's crazy because you know, have a distinctive look, obviously, with the hair and the beard. So I walk down the street and people are staring like, you're the guy from The Voice, right? And I remember once I was just buying a shoe and this man came up to me, he's like, you're that guy from The Voice. I'm like, yeah. He's like, can I get a picture of you? I'm like, here. You know, I'm not used to that kind of thing because, you know, I see myself as still the average guy with, you know, everyone,
You know, what I would like for Ghanaians to do is to listen when they hear songs, especially those who sing with real voices, okay? When they hear songs and be able to appreciate pure talent, because this is it.
Yeah.
You understand? We get tired of the noise a little bit. Sometimes you have to sit down. And appreciate music. Okay? Yeah. Someone's talent as God was given to him.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You left Ghana when you were 13 years.
Yes.
Is your first time coming back home?
No, my first time was in 2018. This is like my third time in 2 years. So I'm hoping to come here more frequently because, you know, I love, you know, whenever I come, I have friends that, you know, come and then they go to all these posh restaurants and all that. Me, I come, I want to sit in the church, I want to sit in the taxi, I want to walk around and get food from the street. Like, that's me, because also I was born and raised here, so that's more, you know, me and everything, yeah.
What do you make of our gospel songs and the gospel industry in Ghana?
I believe it's, you know, people like Joe Metto and, you know, Ohima Messi and all of these people are carrying it really well. MOG and all of these people are carrying it really well. But I also feel like, you know, not to be biased, but I feel like there's something that I carry that's different. And that's why I want to bring that, you know, over here, that sound, that different thing. Because I'm sure, like you said, you're used to a certain kind of way. So now we need a little breath of fresh air in the scene,
You know, when somebody sings in a particular dialect, they sound different. You understand? I've heard him sing in English. All his songs almost of mine in English. But since you're Ghanaian, it's only fair for you to put you on the spot.
No problem.
What's your favorite Ghanaian local tree or any other language in Ghana? A big song.
Because I love to cry out a lot. We do about my singing, so I listen. Yapo, Shirayan, Yaba Sandya, Nasi, Ekwanya Sunje. Whoa, and Kwanya Sumje. Whoa.
Can you start taking over tree? Can you do that real quick?
We've gone to church.
Hallelujah.
Right now, real quick.
Yeah, so that's one of my. Oh, thank you.
Like blessed, like okay.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you.
You went to some schools in Ghana when you came here. The time you spent here so far.
Yeah, so I went to Abri Girls, and oh my gosh, the energy was just amazing. Obviously, in the beginning they didn't know who I was, and I love that, you know, because like I said, people don't see me and say, oh, he's a singer. I look like a rapper or something. So I get on the stage and I start singing and the whole place just goes crazy. And afterwards, you know, they were coming to me like, can we touch your hair? You know, can you sign an autograph for us? So it was an amazing experience for me. And one experience from that I've taken that will live with me the rest of my life is after we all finished and we're leaving, one girl was just standing by herself in a corner and she looked sad, and I was like, oh, what's wrong? So my friend went to her and they were talking, so I went over and said, what's wrong? And she was crying because she said, I want to be like you. And that really touched my heart to, you know, really appreciate where God has, you know, brought me, because sometimes we can complain that, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, but someone wishes that they could be in your position no matter how tough your life is, you know.
All right.
That is inspiration.
You know, you've done a couple of covers, right?
Yeah,
what you've done with Neola. That's an original song. A lot of covers.
Yes.
So we're going to play one of the covers. Are you going to play it now or wait when we're signing out?
I think.
Okay, so we're going to take that video now.
Okay.
Victory belongs to Jesus.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at that. When I come back, I will still be here and maybe might be wrapping up with him.
Sure.
Take a look at this.
Fine.
We're all waiting to get that blue tick. Now, when is your name gonna get a tick in the book of life? Who can stand against the Lord? No one can. No one will. Who will stand against the Lord? No one can. No one will. Victory belongs to Jesus. Victory belongs to Him. Victory belongs to Jesus. Victory belongs to Him. Look at what you're struggling with and say, who can stand against the Lord? Say, no one will. Fornication cannot stay. Say, no one can. No one will. Oh, can we be free and worship? Oh, voices. Oh, come on. I would no longer go to that girl's house. I would no longer go to that boy's house. Oh, victory belongs. Victory belongs. One more time. Oh, yeah. Come on. So victory belongs. Yes, Lord. So victory belongs. Victory belongs. I see you breaking those chains down. You will no longer suffer with the same victim. Victory belongs. Victory belongs. Victory belongs to Jesus. Victory belongs to Him. Yes. Oh. Yeah.
That harmonize it.
Yeah, you know. That's all I can say.
Welcome back, Mr. Young with Emmanuel Smith.
Yeah.
Can I say ex The Voice UK contestant?
Former ex, then I said,
Yeah.
I'm someone's
broke up with
ex-boyfriend.
That's who anointed to be.
I'm expired.
The Voice UK contestant Emmanuel Smith is here, and you still chose. I want to ask something.
Yeah.
When you were taken, when you were selected to join the competition,
Yeah.
did you tell them you wanted to sing just gospel songs?
I think that for me, this is why I don't like to push my faith down people's throats. They can tell, from our conversations, from how I am and what they checked me out on social media, they could tell what I stood for. So for some reason, they never ever suggested any song that will compromise who I was. So I didn't have to tell them, I want to do this, I want to do that. But anytime, some of the other contestants, they didn't have that kind of favor, I could tell them, I want to do this song. They're like, okay, no problem.
Because I know the only time I heard him do something out of gospel
was the battles.
live battle. That was the only time I heard him do something out of gospel.
Yeah, because for me, that time I could have said, I don't want to do that, but it's a battle between me and someone. They were also fighting for their life, so you can't enforce what you want to do on them. So
but I think all the same is very respectful that
Yes.
they would actually allow you what you believe in. Because like you said, you can't throw away your faith.
No,
That's something that should be stuck with you all the time. I think it's incredible.
Thank you.
Is there any Mrs. Smith?
Not currently, no. There's no Mrs. Smith.
In the making.
In the making, for me, the Bible says watch and pray.
Oh, I knew you go there.
So we are watching and praying.
So we're watching and praying. We're praying hard because for me, it's very important for me in terms of what I'm doing that I get a woman who's focused and a woman who can help build me, not someone that's just gonna be amazed by the place I'm at. I want someone that really, will challenge me, will push me to be a better person.
Sorry, but I'm going to get a bit personal, okay?
Yeah.
We know about how people make it in life and their past comes back and go like, I'm sorry. But it's already gone. Are you fixing that now?
Yes, kind of. But for me, mine is anytime I want to sing anywhere in any church or event, I'm always a transparent person. So I always told people the kind of life that I used to live before. So if anything is to pop up, people who know me, they're not surprised. Okay. You're not going to hear, Emmanuel's not a virgin and be like, oh my God. They know that in the past I was, so I like to say where I used to be and where I am now. So, yeah.
So is she still calling you?
Huh?
Is she still calling you?
Oh, of course. Those people are like, hey, hi, stranger. I'm like, keep me the stranger.
No trouble.
No trouble, please. Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, people, there are some people who are just waiting for you to mess up. But, I pray that never happens with me.
What's your favorite book, a book you've read and you're like, okay, I love, aside the Bible?
Yeah. That's the thing. I read books based on what I really long for, and that's a relationship with the Holy Spirit. So one of the books I really love is Benny Hinn's Good Morning Holy Spirit, because I believe in having a relationship. I don't want to just serve the God of someone else or what someone tells me about God. I want to know Him for myself. So books that encourage me and my relationship with God is what I love. But now I'm starting to read a bit more about, finance and all of that. It's very important.
It's about to happen.
Yeah,
Big,
amen.
very soon.
Ooh,
And you have to
prophesy.
be in charge of it. So you have to. Yeah.
It's true.
Why don't you? People will be looking up to you right now more than at any time ever in your life. Okay, even though you've been singing for quite some time. So, real honestly. From the depth of your heart, look at them and give them some advice. Young people looking up to you.
One of the things I work with is the ability to not give up. I always say that know why you're doing something. When your why is bigger than anything else, you will never give up. Because in life, things will present to you why you should give up. Exactly. So many times I've been at points where I wanted to give up, but when I remember why I started in the first place, is more than enough to keep me going. So I want to encourage someone that, for me, when I went to the UK, during the first 5 years, it was difficult for me because I was being bullied. People were laughing at me that I couldn't sing the French that I had. So had I listened to them, I wouldn't be in this position. So people may not understand you now. You may be in a circumstance that doesn't seem like anything good will come out, but you have to be determined because no one truly knows the vision more than you do. I was rejected by The Voice and the X Factor in 2015 and in 2017. And I remember even my mom, there was one point she said, maybe it's not for you, just let's do the gospel, do it. And I said, no, you don't know what it's like. I know that I can do it. So a year later, after 2017, she saw it happen. So you can't give up. It's easy to give up, but try and just keep going, and you never know what could happen.
Are you going to try any other reality show again?
Right now, with The Voice, when you get to the live shows, it's difficult to go on any other, like the X Factor, or maybe Britain's Got Talent will say, oh, come and do a star one. But there are so many other reality shows, and I want to explore even parts of me where I can act. So, all of that kind of stuff.
Just one thing. But quickly, this is quite an emotional topic for I don't want to say people of color, but people with brown skin, like you and I. Now, when it comes to racism, how are you dealing with it? And are you facing any?
Yeah, I mean, you face, especially sometimes you go into a place that you can tell that because of your color, it's like you have to struggle. You have to struggle to prove yourself. But for me, I'm just in a place where I'm like, I don't need to prove myself to anyone no more. I want to prove myself right. That I said I could do it, and I am doing it. Because it's a waste of time trying to get someone to like me. Some of these people who are racist, their mind, for me, they have small brains. Why is your mind so small that you can't love someone just because their skin color? You cut our skins, red blood comes out. So what's the difference?
Anyways, that's a good one. We are wrapping up. Let's get emotional.
I was starting to go.
So maybe we are wrapping up, but is anyone want to say thank you to?
I want to say thank you to my mom. Like I said, she's my backbone, she's my pillar, and I want to say thank you to all the men of God that have believed in me and advised me. Apostle Baby Frederick, who's here at Omega House, and all of these people have been really great to me. Everyone else, even to my enemies, thank you so much for pushing me to be a better me, because if you weren't there, I would be comfortable and stay in my comfort zone.
All right then. And social media handles, in case anybody
it's all the social media, Twitter, Instagram, it's all Emmanuel Smith, EMMANUEL SMITH. YouTube, Emmanuel Smith as well. You can't miss the afro and the beard, please. Thank you.
Okay, so that's him. I mean, Emmanuel Smith. I know, you don't have to tell me. I know you enjoyed the interview. I know you don't have to tell me. You did. So yes, I mean, thanks so much for coming. We're really grateful.
Thank you.
You know, the race was like quite short, and you still made it. And we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You still made it. We really appreciate it. So
thank you.
We should another time. Anytime you're back home.
I'd love, definitely. Thank you. Oh, I'll definitely be careful of what you say, because
Thank you, and we're back with more here live on the Hot Morning. Don't go anywhere. Myself and Nelly Alamisa, we are still live, active and loud here. We'll be back.
Good morning to you. It's so nice to see you. It's fun breathing.